Question number 1. Which part of India protrudes into the Indian Ocean and helps in the establishment of close contact with West Asia, Africa and Europe from the western coast, and with Southeast and East Asia from the eastern coast?
Sharp thinking. Deccan Plateau is the right choice.
Question number 2. What is the capital city of the state shown in the picture, which gets name from sun? Well reasoned. Itanagar is the correct choice. Question number 3. My friend hails from a country which is India's neighbouring country and is situated to the south of Lakshadweep Island. Which of the following can it most possibly be? Well done. Maldives is the right choice.
Question number 4. The sun rises 2 hours earlier in Arunachal Pradesh as compared to Gujarat. What time will the watch show in Gujarat if it is 6 am in Arunachal Pradesh?
Strong choice. 6 am is the right answer.
Question number 5. If you intend to visit the island Kavaratti during your summer vacations, which one of the following Union Territory of India will you be going to?
Correct. Andaman and Nicobar is the right answer.
Question number 6. In the political map of India, point A indicate dash.
You're right. Andaman and Nicobar Islands is the correct answer.
Question number 7. An imaginary semicircular line joining the North Pole and the South Pole that passes over the Greenwich Observatory near London. Called dash.
On track. Prime meridian is the correct answer.
Question number 8. Identify the name of country.
Great job. Bangladesh is the accurate answer.
Question number 9. In which of the following places would you find the least difference in the duration between daytime and nighttime?
Nicely done. Kanyakumari is a solid answer.
Question number 10. This tsunami is the reason why Indira Point got submerged under the seawater. In which year did this tsunami come?
Bravo. 2004 is the answer.
Question number 11. Which is the largest and smallest state of India area? Which is the largest and smallest state in India region? Excellent. Rajasthan and Go is a brilliant choice.
Question number 12. Choose the right answer from the 4 alternatives given below. The Tropic of Cancer does not pass through.
Great thinking. In the stall is the right choice. Question number 13. My friend is from a place which shares the largest border with India. Can you guess which country he is from?
Nice selection. Bangladesh is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 14. The southernmost point of the Indian Union Dash got submerged under the seawater in 2004 during the tsunami.
Good job. Your answer, Indira Point, works well here. Question number 15. Since the opening of the Suez Canal in Dash, India's distance from Europe has been reduced by 7,000 kilometers. Well picked. 1869 is the correct answer.
Question number 16. What is the total length of the coastline of the mainland including Andaman and Nicobar and Lakshadweep? Nice work. You chose 7 5s and 16.6 in Fs, and it is correct. Question number 17. Which of the following states of India do not have the international border with 2 or more countries?
Exactly. Tripura makes sense and it is right choice.
Question number 18. My pen friend hails from a country which does not share land boundary with India. Identify the country. Valid point. Tajikistan is true.
Question number 19. The dash.
is a piece of land that is surrounded by water on 3 sides, yet attached to the mainland?
Perfect. Peninsula is the correct choice. Question number 20. Which of the following is the oldest route of contact between India and other countries of the world? What?
Clear logic. Your choice land routes is sound and 100% true.
Question number 21. What is the length of the mainland of India?
You got it. Your choice 7516.6 common is right.
Question number 22. The gulfs located along Gujarat coast are dash, I Gulf of Manarit, Gulf of Kachiad, Gulf of Combat.
Right choice, and is the best answer.
Question number 23. Which of the following groups of islands belonging to the Indian territory lies in the Arabian Sea? Oh.
Solid response. Lakshadweep is a valid choice.
Question number 24. India's total area accounts for about dash % of the total geographical area of the world.
Correct response. 2.4 is the most accurate answer.
Question number 25. The sedimentary rocks which gave rise to Himalayas were accumulated in the geosyncline known as? You chose Tethys Sea, and it is correct. Question number 26. Which is the sea which lies to the southwest of the country and has the Lakshadweep Islands? Smart move. Arabian Sea is an accurate answer. Question number 27. The total length of coastline is 7,516 including the islands or not including the islands? Right again. Including is a valid answer. Question number 28. Indira Point of India got submerged under seawater during the tsunami that hit us in 2004.
Smart pick. True is the correct choice.
Question number 29. It is India's eminent position in the dash, which justifies the naming of an ocean after it.
Good thinking. Indian Ocean is the right answer.
Question number 30. Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal and Sikkim have common frontiers with dash. Excellent choice. Nepal is the right answer. Question number 31. What is the distance between the northernmost point and the southernmost point of India? Right again. 3,214 km is a valid answer. Question number 32. Which of the following parallels of latitude divides India into 2 almost equal parts?
Oh.
Nice selection. Tropic of Cancer is the correct and valid answer. Question number 33. By which geographical feature is India bounded in the northwest, north and northeast? Nicely done. Youngfold Mountains is a solid answer. Question number 34. The activities such as small manufacturing, transport, shopkeeping are referred to as?
Right choice. Non-farming activities is the best answer. Question number 35. What is the time difference between the westernmost and easternmost states of India?
Good thinking. 2 hours is the right answer.
Question number 36. Which neighboring country of India was last to be formed?
Excellent. Bangladesh is a brilliant choice.
Question number 37. Through which pass has the Kashmir Leh Road extended up to the high mountain ranges? Sharp thinking. Karakoram Pass is the right choice. Question number 38. What influences the duration of the day and night as one moves from south to north?
Excellent choice. Latitudinal extent is the right answer.
Question number 39. Indira Point of India gets submerged under the seawater in 2004 during the tsunami.
Nice work. You chose true, and it is correct. Question number 40. The latitudinal extent influences the duration of day and night as one moves from.
Strong choice. South to north is the right answer.
Question number 41. Which of the following Union territories is located along the west coast of India?
Exactly. Dadra and Nagar Haveli makes sense, and it is right choice.
Question number 42. India's relationships through the dash are much older than her maritime contacts.
Great thinking. Land routes is the right choice. Question number 43. What is a distinct feature of peninsular plateau containing black soil known as?
Well reasoned. Deccan Trap is the correct choice.
Question number 44. Dashi Ocean will have to be crossed by a ship going from Singapore to Mogadishu.
Well picked. Indian Ocean is the correct answer. Question number 45. Which among the following states is the third largest state of India?
Clear logic. Your choice, Maharashtra, is sound and 100% true.
Question number 46. Which neighboring country would you reach if you sail across the Pork Strait?
Solid response. Maldives is a valid choice.
Question number 47. Which of the following state does not have the common boundary with Bangladesh?
Smart pick. Manipur is the correct choice. Question number 48. India's relationships with the world through dash are much older than her dash.
You got it? Your choice, land routes, maritime contacts, is right.
Question number 49. The influence of dash sculpture can be seen in different parts of our country. Good job. Your answer, Greek, works well here. Question number 50. The total area of India is about a dash % of the total area of the world.
Bravo 2.4 is the answer.
Question number 51. Which of the following Indian states shares its border with 3 countries? Valid point. Sikkim is true.
Question number 52. Which is largest and smallest state of India in terms of area respectively?
Great job. Rajasthan and Goa is the accurate answer. Question number 53. Which of the following has reduced India's distance from Europe by 7,000 km?
You're right. Suez Canal is the correct answer.
Question number 54. Which among the following countries shares the longest boundary with India?
Correct response. Bangladesh is the most accurate answer.
Question number 55. Which is not India's neighboring country? Which is not a neighbor of India?
Smart move. Japan is an accurate answer.
Question number 56. Which of the following ports of India is closest to the Suez Canal route?
Correct. Mumbai is the right answer.
Question number 57. The Tropic of Cancer does not pass through which of the following states? Well done. Maharashtra is the right choice. Question number 58. From Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh, there is a time lag of how many hours? On track. 2 hours is the correct answer.
Question number 59. In which year were Laccadive, Minicoy, and Amindavi named as Lakshadweep?
1973 is the correct choice.
Question number 60. Which ocean will have to be crossed while going from Sri Lanka to Africa? You chose Indian Ocean, and it is correct.
Question number 61. The Suez Canal has reduced the distance between India and Europe by dash.
Well reasoned. 7,000 kilometers is the correct choice.
Question number 62. Which of the following states does not share any international boundary? Ooh.
Clear logic. Your choice, Madhya. Pradesh is sound and 100% true.
Question number 63. Which of the following countries does not share land border with India? On track, Sri Lanka is the correct answer. Question number 64. In which island is active volcano found in Andaman and Nicobar Islands?
Valid point. Barren Island is true.
Question number 65. The neighboring countries that share their boundaries with India are?
You're right. All of these is the correct answer. Question number 66. Maldives Islands are situated to which direction of Lakshadweep Island? Bravo, south is the answer.
Question number 67. From which one of the following India doesn't share its land boundary?
Solid response. Brazil is a valid choice. Question number 68. Which states of India are largest and smallest according to the area?
You got it. Your choice, Rajasthan and Goa, is right.
Question number 69. In which year did Indira Point submerge underwater due to tsunami?
Exactly. 2004 makes sense, and it is right choice.
Question number 70. Which of these oceans do not have a coastal boundary with India? Good job. Your answer, Pacific Ocean, works well here.
Question number 71. Which parallel of latitude divides India into almost 2 equal parts? Excellent choice. Tropic of Cancer is the right answer. Question number 72. The dash, built in 1869, reduced the distance from Europe by 7,000 kilometers. Good thinking. Suez Canal is the right answer.
Question number 73. Which one of the following countries is not larger in area than India?
Smart move. France is an accurate answer.
Question number 74. Which is the only large river is found in the desert region of India?
Excellent. Monday is a brilliant choice.
Question number 75. When did Indira Point get submerged under sea water during a tsunami? Sharp thinking. 2004 is the right choice. Question number 76. Name the states of India through which Tropic of Cancer doesn't pass.
Nice selection. Haryana is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 77. Which country occupies an important strategic position in South Asia?
Nicely done. India is a solid answer.
Question number 78. Which of the following places of India is located on the 3 seas?
Smart pick. Kanyakumari is the correct choice.
Question number 79. A narrow channel of sea which separates 2 land masses is known as?
Well picked. Strait is the correct answer.
Question number 80. Which of the following international lines separate India from China?
Strong choice. McMahon Line is the right answer.
Question number 81. The time lag between Gujarat and Arunachal Pradesh is of dash hours.
Nice work. You chose 2, and it is correct. Question number 82. Which one of the following is not a landlocked country with India? correct. Sri Lanka is the right answer.
Question number 83. Which of the following country is the largest country of the world? Great job, Russia is the accurate answer.
Question number 84. The Suez Canal has reduced the distance between Europe and India by.
You chose 7,000 km, and it is correct. Question number 85. Which one of the following straits separates India from Sri Lanka?
Well done. Pok Strait is the right choice. Question number 86. Which Indian state shares its border with Nepal, Bhutan, and China? Great thinking. Sikkim is the right choice. Question number 87. The Standard Meridian passes through an important city called Dash. Perfect. Mirzapur is the correct choice.
Question number 88. Which country occupies 4th position in terms of area in the world?
Right again. China is a valid answer. Question number 89. Which of the following is southern neighboring country of India? Correct response. Sri Lanka is the most accurate answer. Question number 90. How much of a time lag is there from Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh? Right choice. 2 hours is the best answer. Question number 91. The Tropic of Capricorn divides the country into 2 equal parts. Smart pick. False is the correct choice. Question number 92. Which one of the following is not situated on the Bay of Bengal? Excellent. Goa is a brilliant choice.
Question number 93. What is the total length of India from Ladakh to Kanyakumari?
Smart move. 3,200 km is an accurate answer. Question number 94. Name the island group of India that lies to India's southeast. Valid point. Andaman and Nicobar is true. Question number 95. Which is the southernmost point of the main landmass of India? Good job. Your answer, Kanyakumari, works well here. Question number 96. Which of these countries is located towards the east of India? Strong choice. Bangladesh is the right answer. Question number 97. Which state is the smallest state of India? Exactly. Goa makes sense and it is right choice. Question number 98. What is the position of India in the world in respect of area? Nice work. You chose 7th position and it is correct. Question number 99. A landmass surrounded by water on 3 sides is called a dash. You chose peninsula and it is correct.
Question number 100. Name the state of India which has longest mainland coastline.
Correct response. Gujarat is the most accurate answer. Question number 101. A narrow channel of sea separating 2 land masses is called.
Correct. Strait is the right answer.
Question number 102. Indian state with the longest coastline on the eastern coast.
Solid response. Andhra Pradesh is a valid choice. Question number 103. Name the 2 states of India which are part of Indian desert. Excellent choice. Gujarat and Rajasthan is the right answer. Question number 104. The land mass of India has an area of dash million square km. Great thinking. 3.28 is the right choice. Question number 105. Which among these states of India is having the largest area? Good thinking. Rajasthan is the right answer. Question number 106. Which line divides India into approximately 2 equal parts? Well reasoned. Tropic of Cancer is the correct choice.
Question number 107. What is the of the mainland of India, including the islands?
Perfect. 7, 5, 16.6 km is the correct choice. Question number 108. The sun rays fall vertically on the Tropic of Cancer on dash. Sharp thinking. 21 June is the right choice. Question number 109. Which country shares land boundaries with India in the west? Right choice. Pakistan is the best answer.
Question number 110. What is the size of India among the countries of the world?
You got it. Your choice 7th is right. Question number 111. Which of the following state does not have the sea boundary? Right again. Telangana is a valid answer. Question number 112. What is the time difference between prime meridian and ist?
Great job. 30 hours is the accurate answer.
Question number 113. Latitudinal and longitudinal extent of the mainland is about? You're right. 30 degrees is the correct answer. Question number 114. Which country among the India's neighbors is the smallest? Nice selection. Bhutan is the correct and valid answer. Question number 115. With how many countries does India share its land boundary? Well picked. 9 is the correct answer. Question number 116. Which one of the following is the smallest state in India? Nicely done. Goa is a solid answer. Question number 117. Which of the following divides India into 2 equal parts? Well done. The Tropic of Cancer is the right choice. Question number 118. When did the Indira Point got submerged into the seawater? On track. 2004 is the correct answer. Question number 119. India lies completely in the dash hemisphere on the globe. Clear logic. Your choice northeast is sound and 100% true. Question number 120. Which country has the longest coastline on the Indian Ocean? Bravo! India is the answer.
Question number 121. Number of states and union territories in India at present.
Correct. 28 and 9 is the right answer. Question number 122. What is the time lag between Gujarat and Arunachal Pradesh? Great job. 2 Huz is the accurate answer. Question number 123. India doesn't share its land boundary with which country? You're right. Brazil is the correct answer. Question number 124. In which sea are the Andaman and Nicobar Islands located? Perfect. Bay of Bengal is the correct choice. Question number 125. Which is the most abundant factor of production in India? On track. Labor is the correct answer. Question number 126. Number of countries which are largest than India in area. Nicely done. 6 is a solid answer.
Question number 127. On what basis India is located in the Eastern Hemisphere? Solid response. Prime meridian is a valid choice.
Question number 128. With which country does India share its northern boundary? Well picked. China is the correct answer.
Question number 129. Which country shares the longest land frontier with India?
Strong choice. Bangladesh is the right answer. Question number 130. From Arunachal Pradesh to Gujarat, there is a time lag of? Good thinking. 2 hours is the right answer.
Question number 131. When did the Suez Canal open for the international trade?
Right choice. In 1869 is the best answer. Question number 132. The Maldives Islands are situated in south of Dasht Island. Valid point. Lakshadweep is true.
Question number 133. What is the time lag between Arunachal Pradesh and Gujarat?
Smart pick. None of these is the correct choice.
Question number 134. How much does the total area of India cover on Earth? Right again. 2.4% is a valid answer.
Question number 135. Before 1947, there were how many types of states in India?
You got it. Your choice too is right. Question number 136. From where does standard meridian of India pass through?
Excellent choice. Mirzapur is the right answer.
Question number 137. Which of the country does not share boundary with Sikkim?
Bravo. Bangladesh is the answer.
Question number 138. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands are in which water body?
Good job. Your answer Bay of Bengal works well here.
Question number 139. Scope of farming activity is limited in Palampur due to?
Sharp thinking. Fixed amount of land is the right choice.
Question number 140. What is the total length of the land boundary of India? Nice work. You chose 15,200 km and it is correct.
Question number 141. Which meridian is fixed as a standard meridian of India? Exactly. A2 degree east makes sense and it is right choice. Question number 142. Name the group of islands lying in the Arabian Sea dash. Well reasoned. Lakshadweep is the correct choice. Question number 143. The distance between any two latitudes remain the same. Well done. True is the right choice. Question number 144. The landmass of India is dash million square kilometers. Excellent. 3.28 is a brilliant choice.
Question number 145. From Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh, the time lag is dash.
You chose 2 hairs, and it is correct. Question number 146. Which is the largest country in the world? Smart move. Russia is an accurate answer.
Question number 147. Tropic of Cancer passes from how many states of India?
Correct response. 08 is the most accurate answer. Question number 148. Which of these got submerged in the seawater in 2004? Nice selection. Indira Point is the correct and valid answer. Question number 149. Which one among the following is a non-farm activity? Clear logic. Your choice dairy farming is sound and 100% true.
Question number 150. Mawsynram is located in which of the following hills?
Great thinking. Khasi Hill is the right choice. Question number 151. India contributes about dash of the area of the world.
Perfect. 2.4% is the correct choice.
Question number 152. Name the strait which separates India from Sri Lanka.
Great job. The Pok Strait is the accurate answer.
Question number 153. The longitudinal extent of India is 68.72.
Well done. True is the right choice. Question number 154. Which country does not share its boundary with India? Exactly. Maldives makes sense and it is right choice. Question number 155. UP, West Bengal, Sikkim are common frontiers with. Great thinking. Nepal is the right choice. Question number 156. What is the southernmost point of the Indian Union?
Smart pick. Indira Point is the correct choice.
Question number 157. From which country does Pok Strait separate India?
You're right. Sri Lanka is the correct answer. Question number 158. Total length of India is dash. Good job. Your answer 3.2 km works well here.
Question number 159. There is a time lag between Gujarat and Arunachal.
Nice work. You chose 2 hours and it is correct.
Question number 160. Which longitude divides India into 2 equal parts?
Right again. The Tropic of Cancer is a valid answer.
Question number 161. In which water body is Lakshadweep Islands located?
Clear logic. Your choice Arabian Sea is sound and 100% true.
Question number 162. Dash is the southernmost point of India's mainland. Solid response. Kanyakumari is a valid choice. Question number 163. What is the total length of the coastline of India? Correct. 7516.6 km is the right answer. Question number 164. What is the name of the southernmost point of India?
You chose Indira Point.
And it is correct. Question number 165. Which one among the following is not fixed capital? Right choice. Raw materials is the best answer. Question number 166. If it is 2 p.m. in India, what will be time in England?
Excellent. 30 am is a brilliant choice.
Question number 167. Which sign signifies the state boundaries of India? Excellent choice. Dash is the right answer. Question number 168. The island group lying to the south of Lakshadweep. On track. Maldives is the correct answer. Question number 169. The Indian islands in the Arabian Sea are known as. Sharp thinking. Lakshadweep Islands is the right choice.
Question number 170. Which of the following hill not in the Purvanchal?
Good thinking. Satpura is the right answer. Question number 171. Which 2 island countries are India's neighbors?
Strong choice. Sri Lanka and Maldives is the right answer.
Question number 172. Name island group of India lies to its southeast. You got it? Your choice Andaman and Nicobar Island is right. Question number 173. High-yielding variety seeds are developed in. Bravo. Factories is the answer. Question number 174. In terms of area, India's position in the world is. Well reasoned. 7th is the correct choice. Question number 175. Total width of India is dash. Smart move. I am stunned is an accurate answer. Question number 176. Which ocean sea does not touch India's boundaries? Correct response. Pacific Ocean is the most accurate answer. Question number 177. Which one of the following is landlocked country? Nicely done.
Bhutan is a solid answer.
Question number 178. How many neighboring countries are in the north?
Well picked. 4 is the correct answer.
Question number 179. What is the length of India from north to south?
Nice selection. 3214 Levid is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 180. The Peninsula Plateau was a part of which land? Valid point. Ganani is true.
Question number 181. The sea that lies to the southeast of India dash.
Smart pick. Bay of Bengal is the correct choice.
Question number 182. Which Asian country is larger in area than India?
Correct. China is the right answer.
Question number 183. Name the capital of Andaman and Nicobar Islands.
Well reasoned. Port Blair is the correct choice.
Question number 184. I am known as the Manchester of India. Who am I?
Excellent choice. Gujarat is the right answer.
Question number 185. The Deccan Peninsula protrudes into which ocean?
You got it? Your choice Indian Ocean is right.
Question number 186. India is the dash largest country in the world.
Nice selection. 7th is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 187. Which is the southmost tip of Indian mainland?
Right choice. Kanyakumari is the best answer.
Question number 188. There are how many union territories in India?
You chose 8. And it is correct.
Question number 189. What is the Indian Peninsula Plateau rich in?
Nice work. You chose minerals and it is correct.
Question number 190. Which landform in India is the most stable?
Well picked. Peninsula Plateau is the correct answer.
Question number 191. In which island is located in the Arabian Sea?
Smart move. Lakshadweep Island is an accurate answer.
Question number 192. What is the land percentage of India in world?
Clear logic. Your choice 2.4% is sound and 100% true.
Question number 193. What is the total geographical area of India?
Great thinking. 3.28 million square kilometers is the right choice.
Question number 194. How many Indian states have coastal boundary?
Strong choice. 9 is the right answer.
Question number 195. Which island lies to the southeast of India?
Good thinking. Sri Lanka is the right answer.
Question number 196. Dash Sea is situated in the southeast India.
Great job. Bay of Bengal is the accurate answer.
Question number 197. India is connected to Europe through the dash.
Exactly. Suez Canal makes sense and it is right choice.
Question number 198. Tropic of Cancer does not passes through dash.
Bravo. Haryana is the answer.
Question number 199. When was Indira Point submerged underwater? Valid point 2004 is true.
Question number 200. Which 2 neighboring countries are islands? On track. None of these is the correct answer. Question number 201. How many families lives in village Palampur? Well done. 450 is the right choice. Question number 202. The longitudinal extent of India is dash km. Excellent. 3000 is a brilliant choice.
Question number 213. In which sea ocean is Lakshadweep situated?
Good job. Your answer Arabian Sea works well here.
Question number 214. India's latitudinal extent is 8.4 n and 32.6.
Solid response. False is a valid choice.
Question number 205. India lies entirely in the dash hemisphere.
Right again. Northern is a valid answer.
Question number 206. Number of union territories in our country.
You're right. 8 is the correct answer.
Question number 207. How much times is India bigger than France?
Correct response. 6 times is the most accurate answer.
Question number 208. At what latitude does Indian begin to taper?
Sharp thinking. South 22 degree is the right choice. Question number 209. What is the degree of the Tropic of Cancer? Perfect. 2330 N is the correct choice.
Question number 210. Which channel separates India and Sri Lanka?
Nicely done. Salary Strait is a solid answer.
Question number 211. Pick the country that is larger than India. Well picked. Canada is the correct answer.
Question number 212. Standard meridian of India passes through.
Solid response. Mirzapur is a valid choice.
Question number 213. I am the youngest state of India. Who am I? Valid point. Telangana is true.
Question number 214. The easternmost longitude of India is dash.
Well done. 97 degree 25 is the right choice.
Question number 215. Standard meridian of India is how much, Cam?
Excellent choice. 82 degree 30 E is the right answer.
Question number 216. The Pork Strait lies between the countries. You chose India and Sri Lanka, and it is correct.
Question number 217. What is done to surplus wheat in Palampur? Excellent. Sold in the market is a brilliant choice.
Question number 218. The land mass of India has an area of dash.
Right again. 3.28 million square kilometers is a valid answer.
Question number 219. I am a state. My capital is a Dun. Who am I?
Strong choice. Uttarakhand is the right answer.
Question number 220. India has a land boundary of about dash km.
Nice work. You chose 15th 200 and it is correct.
Question number 221. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands lie to the...
Great thinking. Southeast is the right choice.
Question number 222. What is the total area of India landmass? Bravo. 3.8 million square kilometers is the answer.
Question number 223. What is the total land frontier of India?
Smart move. 15,200 km is an accurate answer.
Question number 224. What is the longitudinal extent of India?
Smart pick. 30 years is the correct choice. Question number 225. What is the total land boundary of India? Exactly 15,200 km makes sense and it is right choice.
Question number 226. Which the largest country in South Asia?
Clear logic. Your choice India is sound and 100% true.
Question number 227. Where Hey, Kailash and Mansarovar are located? Good thinking. Tibet is the right answer. Question number 228. The east-west extent of India is dash kilometers.
Good job. Your answer 2933 works well here.
Question number 229, which is the southernmost state of India?
On track. Tamil Nadu is the correct answer. Question number 230. In which year was the Suez Canal opened?
Correct response. 1869 is the most accurate answer.
Question number 231. Southernmost part of the Indian Union is?
Nice selection. Indira Point is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 232. What is the north-south extent of India?
200 kilometers is the accurate answer. Question number 233. Maps showing distribution of forests are?
Sharp thinking. Thematic map is the right choice.
Question number 234. The length of north-south extent is dash.
Well reasoned. 3242 km is the correct choice. Question number 235. Distance the north-south extent is dash. Nicely done. 32 common is a solid answer. Question number 236. In which country is Dhaulagiri located?
You're right. Nepal is the correct answer.
Question number 237. Where is India lying in the world map? Perfect. Northern Hemisphere is the correct choice. Question number 238. What is the length of Indian coastline? Right choice. 751.6 km is the best answer. Question number 239. Dash group of island has coral origin.
You got it. Your choice both A and C is right.
Question number 240. What is the area of landmass of India?
Correct. 3.28 million SQ km is the right answer. Question number 241. Palk Strait lies between dash and dash.
Perfect. India, Sri Lanka is the correct choice.
Question number 242. India's largest land boundary is with? Nice selection. Bangladesh is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 243. What is located to the west of India?
Nicely done. Arabian Sea is a solid answer.
Question number 244. India is bounded by dash in the north.
Good thinking. China is the right answer. Question number 245. Name the southernmost point of India. Valid point. Indira Point is true.
Question number 246. What is the smallest country of Asia?
Right again. Maldives is a valid answer.
Question number 247. Mirzapur in Uttar Pradesh is taken as?
Right choice. Standard meridian of India is the best answer. Question number 248. India is located in dash hemisphere. You're right. Northern is the correct answer.
Question number 249. India has the land boundary of about?
Solid response. 15,200 km is a valid choice.
Question number 250. The blue color is used for showing?
Excellent. Water bodies is a brilliant choice.
Question number 251. India is in the Western Hemisphere.
You chose false, and it is correct. Question number 252. When was the opening of Suez Canal?
Great job. 1869 is the accurate answer.
Question number 253. The smallest state in India is dash. Bravo. Go is the answer. Question number 254. The length of India's coastline is? Exactly. S50 Demis makes sense and it is right choice. Question number 255. In which hemisphere does India lie? Smart pick.
Northern is the correct choice. Question number 256. The Lakshadweep Islands lie to the...
Smart move. Southwest is an accurate answer.
Question number 257. What is the area of India?
You got it. Your choice 3.28 million is right.
Question number 258. I am the heart of India. Who am I?
Well picked. Madhya Pradesh is the correct answer.
Question number 259. In which river Majuli is located? Great thinking. Brahmaputra River is the right choice.
Question number 260. Name the country of Namcha Bawa.
Strong choice. China is the right answer.
Question number 261. India has dash union territories.
Sharp thinking. 7 is the right choice.
Question number 262. Suez Canal was opened in the year.
On track. 1869 is the correct answer.
Question number 263. Number of states in our country?
Correct response. 28 is the most accurate answer.
Question number 264. What is the height of Mount Makalu?
Good job. Your answer 8481 and works well here.
Question number 265. India has trade connections with.
Correct. All of these is the right answer.
Question number 266. Which type of landmass is India?
Clear logic. Your choice peninsula is sound and 100% true.
Question number 267. The example of a subcontinent is.
Well done. India is the right choice.
Question number 268. When was the Suez Canal opened?
Well reasoned. In 1869 is the correct choice.
Question number 269. North-south length of India is?
Nice work. You chose 3201 between Kinalan is, and it is correct.
Question number 270. India lies in which hemisphere?
Excellent choice. Northern Hemisphere is the right answer.
Question number 271. What is the landmass of Brazil? Well done. 18.1 million SQ. KM is the right choice.
Question number 272. The land mass of India is dash.
Smart pick. 3.28 million square kilometer is the correct choice.
Question number 273. What is the full form of IST?
You got it. Your choice Indian Standard Time is right.
Question number 274. East-west length of India is?
Right again. 2933 kilometers is a valid answer.
Question number 275. Where is Indira Point located?
Clear logic. Your choice Nicobar is sound and 100% true.
Question number 276. Which longitudes known as East?
Good job. Your answer 82 point works well here.
Question number 277. Mirzapur, this Madhya Pradesh?
You chose false, and it is correct. Question number 278. When did the Suez Canal open?
Bravo, 18C9 is the answer.
Question number 279. The area of India is about? Valid point. 3.28 million SQ. Kilometers is true.
Question number 280. Area of Indian landmass is?
Correct response. 3.28 million square kilometers is the most accurate answer.
Question number 281. The capital of Mizoram is? Nice selection. Aizawl is the correct and valid answer. Question number 282. When was Suez Canal built?
Well picked, 1869 is the correct answer.
Question number 283. India's land boundary is?
Right choice. 15,200 kilometers is the best answer.
Question number 284, Suez Canal was opened in.
Correct. 1869 is the right answer.
Question number 285. Kavaratti is situated in?
Nicely done. Lakshadweep is a solid answer.
Question number 286. Capital of Tamil Nadu is?
Well reasoned. Chennai is the correct choice.
Question number 287. A scale is necessary.
On track. For a map is the correct answer.
Question number 288. Is stands for dash.
Great job. Indian Standard Time is the accurate answer.
Question number 289. What is IST?
Nice work. You chose Indian Standard Time, and it is correct.
Question number 290. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format?
Smart move. Contact Narayan Changder on Facebook is an accurate answer.